This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. Our brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 1 through 3, is that I came across this article today by the Euronews and another article reporting the same event that transpired the other day on Politico, which is here, where you have Esau Edom, that serpent, that devil, all right, moving fast with his agenda, all right? And ever since he defeated the Moors, all right, the fall of Granada, I got it right here, in January 2nd, 1492, Muhammad the 12th of Granada, King Boabdil, surrendered the emirate of Granada, the city of Granada, and the Alhambra Palace to the Castilian forces. The war, a joint project between Isabella's crown of Castile and Ferdinand's crown of Aragon. Right. This was the last city hold of the Moors, which were Israelites, okay? And you can see the picture right here. What happened to the Moors in 1492. They lost to Spain, which are Edomites. All right, so-called white race. This is then, all right, this devil, all right, Satan being loose for a season at that point in time, all the way up to now. And you clearly see, all right, where we at, all right, where this devil is moving, these Edomites. And that's why I brought out Revelation, I'll read it again, chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Right. Because this is talking about when ancient Rome fell. All right. And when they fell, that's when Jake started ruling. The so-called, all right, black man and woman, all right, which are they were Israelites, started ruling. Like, for example, they really started ruling when Constantine, who was an Israelite, a Jake, all right, when he set up the council, where's it at? The first council of Nicaea in 325. And that's when Jake started ruling. That's when you had what's known as the Dark Ages. Okay? That's when these Edomites were subjected under Jake, all right, which were Israelites. So let's go back. 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Right, also known as the dragon. Okay? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. All right, they were known as the Romans, and then they went under subjection under Jake for 1,000 years when they fell. 3, and cast him into a bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. Right, once again, fall of Granada, okay, when the Moors got defeated. Yeah, they were calling themselves Muslims. Yeah, you had Constantine, all right, and his dynasty calling themselves Christians, but they were still Israel. They were still Jake. And when they fell, all right, that's when this devil was loose for a season, and this is what you clearly see where he's at, all right? 4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast. Who's the beast? NATO. Neither his image. What does NATO push? The revised Roman Empire. All right. Neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushai 1,000 years. Right. And you clearly see that this prophecy is about to be fulfilled. All right? Because look how fast Esau's moving. EU and US vow to boost you-know-what and promote trustworthy AI. US, EU officials pledge more coordination on tech and trade at Pittsburgh meeting. Right. And interesting that they held this at Pittsburgh. All right? What's the root word of Pittsburgh? Pit. This system. This beast system. All right? The transatlantic allies have to coordinate on rules and a host of issues in the coming months before meeting again. You know? So this would inspire me to bring out this particular chapter and these particular verses. Because you clearly see, all right, Esau, Edom, the so-called right race, the white race, right? That devil, that dragon, all right, moving with his agenda. Let's get another. And this is repetition, all right? This is just going back, all right, to what we were taught by the apostles, all right? Who the beast is, all right? Who are the 10 horns that gave their power onto the beast? 10 horns represents the European Union. All right, who's the whore that rides, okay, the beast, which is America. And this is all, and they're all connected because who are these people? The Edomites, the so-called white race. Let's go to Revelation 17 and 17. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which had 7 heads and 10 horns. Right? Here you go. The beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO. The 7 heads equals 7 governments or kingdoms ruled by Esau. All right? And all you got to do is go into the history. All right, when you look up these major governments or major kingdoms, they were ruled by Edomites. Okay? A, the beast that thou sawest was and is not and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, okay, which we just went into that history, and go into perdition, right? Okay? And we're clearly seeing the destruction because once they move in with the MOTB, all right, the digital awe, that's it. All right, the destruction comes. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world when they beheld the beast that was and is not and yet is. 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. 10. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen. One is, that's talking about the Roman Empire. and the other is not yet come. That's talking about the United Kingdom, England. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Right. Because England was only ruling for a short space, because who ruled right after? America. Okay. 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, talking about America, that another beast mentioned in Revelation 13, and is of the 7. Right. Because America came out of England and goeth into perdition. Right. Meaning destruction, because once America is destroyed, Esau, Edom, your whole empire is done for. 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. All right, NATO. 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Okay. Now I want to go into Daniel, because this is exactly the same vision Daniel saw. All right. Daniel 7 and 15. I, Daniel, was grieved in the spirit in the midst of my body, and the vision of my head troubled me. 16. I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me known the interpretation of the things. All right. So Daniel speaking to the angel. All right, and wants to know the vision. All right, and I believe the angel is Michael. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, because the angel does speak to Daniel. Believe in the angel. Daniel speaks to Michael. Hold on, let me get it, because I don't want to jack it up. Michael. Yeah, in Daniel 10 and 13. All right, because Daniel was praying, and he was trying to receive a vision, and then Michael comes to him. I'll get it right here. It says, Daniel 10 and 12. Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart. Right, Daniel was fasting. All right, and afflicting his soul, to understand and to chasten thyself before thy God. Thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. 13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. Right. So it was 21 days that Daniel was fasting. All right, trying to receive a message from the Lord. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. 14. Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days. Right, so Daniel wanted to receive a vision. All right, and it was 21 days that he was fasting, trying to receive that vision. But Michael was working on the kings of the Persians' mind, because for what? All right, for battle, for war. Because, hey, that's what these angels do. They work on the minds of you leaders, if you're listening. All right, and to our brothers and sisters that are listening, they have to work on these leaders' minds to make sure that they go into these wars to fulfill prophecy. All right. And this is when Michael was working on the kingdom of Persia to go to war with the Grecians, so that they can lose to the Greeks. All right. And who are the Greeks? The modern day Greeks. All right. Which are you Edomites. The Grecia is talking about you Edomites. All right. Which are the Edomites. So let's go back to Daniel. And chapter 7, verse 17. These great beasts, which are four, and are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. Right, it's talking about the four major empires. All right, the vision that Daniel saw. All right. the ancient Assyrian Babylonian Empire, the Persian Medes, all right, the Greeks and the Romans, okay? And notice how Daniel's focused on the fourth empire, which is the Romans. 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, possess the kingdom forever and even forever and ever. Right. And we're at the time where the saints, which are the Israelites, are going to take the kingdom, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. In fact, when Yahushai comes with his angels, that's it, all right? Because Yahushai is coming. That's how the kingdom is going to be ours. 19. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which is diverse from all others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devour, break in pieces, and stamp the residue with his feet. 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head. Right, so out of this fourth beast, 10 horns came out of his head. So that goes to show you, all right, that these 10 horns, which is the European Union, all right, they came out of the Roman Empire, which goes to show this is Rome all over again, okay? And this is something that you wacky, tacky plantation Christians can't get your head around, all right? And of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell. Right, so out of these 10 horns, 3 fell. All right, now this is going into historical history. All right, Spain, France, and United Kingdom, England. Even of that horn that had eyes, and before, let me read this one more time. Daniel 7:20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the others which came up, and before whom 3 fell, Spain, England, UK, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Right, that little horn, which is talking about America, Babylon, okay? Who comes out of these 10 horns? Because America came out of which one horn? England, United Kingdom, which lines with Revelation 17. 21, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. Right, this is when we fell, okay, as a nation, okay? When they came, mainly, we really lost our identity when America started breaking us down, all right, in slavery, all right? But this is all going into how all these Edomites, all right, when they came into power, that was it. We lost our power, okay? Transatlantic slave trade. Why do you think they call themselves, all right, the transatlantic allies? Because these are the same motherfuckers, man. All right? There's nothing new under the sun. They're literally telling you who they are. I just lost my space. All right? And mainly here in America, all right, we were broken down, okay? And look at our people today. 22. Until the age of days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Right, and these are the times that we're coming to. All right, because we're clearly at the point where this devil's about to move with this digital awe, okay? And once he makes it mandatory, that's it. The Most High is going to send his only begotten Son, Yahushua, to intervene, all right? Establish his men to have spiritual power, because spiritual power is coming, all right? These are the saints, man. These are the saviors. 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Right. All right. Once again, reiterating that this fourth beast, okay, is the Roman Empire. And out of it came these 10 horns. All right. The European Union. And out of the European Union came that little horn that was more stout than his fellows, America, Babylon, that whore that sitteth upon the beast. Okay. Which pushes out the image of the beast, which is the Roman Empire. 24. And the 10 horns out of his kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. Right. All you got to do is go into history of America banging on its own brethren, England, France, and Spain, because they're all Edomites. 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the times and the dividing times. Right. And obviously you clearly see that these devils, man, all right, thinking that they're the Most High, they think they could change times and laws. Look at the draconian measures, all right? When you go into this article, they talking about how with these economic ties, right? The EU-US Trade and Technology Council Forum, all right, digital policy, coordinate digital policy and ensure that any potential dispute is resolved swiftly. What is this digital policy talking about? Come on, man. Put 2 to 2 together. What was another thing they were... Pittsburgh, the pit, this system, this beast system. All right, look at this. Look at this. Just read this. The conclusion from the inaugural ceremony presents a detailed and ambitious range of topics that the EU and the US vowed to tackle together, including, boom, robotics, forced labor, disinformation, counterfeit, algorithm transparency, cloud infrastructure, cybersecurity, digitalization of SMEs, together with wider, more complex challenges such as climate change, fair competition, regional peace, and human rights. Okay? This is Esau, Edom. This is the devil. All right? This is the beast moving. And the whore, America, rides the beast. All right? Because why is the European Union in America conducting these policies? All right? Because, hey, it's all spiritual. You got to look at spiritual. You have to have spiritual eyes. Is there any more on this article? All right? And then of course, when you read this article, they're even divided amongst themselves. Okay? A house divided cannot stand. All right? Because you got certain European countries that want to work with China. All right? Which goes to show you that America, you're losing your allies, the confidence of your allies every day. Let's go back. Daniel 7:26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. Right, and this is where we're coming to. All right, where Yahushua is going to come with his angels. All right, he's going to raise up his men, the saints. All right, and you Edomites, you're done for. 27, the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of his kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. Right, King of kings, Lord of lords, Yahushua. All right, and the 144,000 who are under, who are not definitely under his command, but also joint heirs. Okay, that's the government body, which Lord willing. All right, I'm a part of. That's why I keep pushing out this word. All right, that's why I do what the Lord says, because I want to be part of that 144,000, that government body. You know, that's a goal I'm aiming for. You know, and all my brothers, sincere Akim, okay, as well as my teachers, apostles. All right, that's what we fight for. We fight for to be joint heirs with Yahushua, all right, to rule over our oppressors forever. Let's go back to Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. 13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Right. And, you know, once again, a picture speaks 1,000 words. You know, this is a good visual aid by GMS, all right, where I get my wisdom and understanding all right, of the scriptures from, starting with my apostles and then elders, okay, of the scriptures. Through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO. Okay? And America, the whore, all right, who's part of NATO, rides the beast. All right? That's why whatever America does, these nations, these other, these 10 horns have to follow. Okay? These other nations, which are part of the beast system. 14. These shall make war with the Lamb. So back to Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Right, that's the elect. So, we're at the time where the Lord's about to, who's the Lamb, is about to take you devils out of power. All right, you've been ruling for quite a long time. All right. Now it's time where you're about to fill your belly. Okay, where you're about to think you're going to get your NWO, and that's when the Lord's going to intervene and crush you and break you. Okay, which you clearly see he's spiritually breaking you. All right, by his words. All right, using his men, the prophets, because you're scrambling now. So, Lord willing, is less edifying. Yeah, we're here. Okay, and you clearly see that. This is this devil loose for a little season. The dragon, Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing his truth and sincerity throughout the 4 corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, to Tasir Akim and Akwath. Shalom and Ababa Ball. Shalom.